Cranberry Trail.
How that is built on the inside of Welcome back to our channel.
So today we have another fun Lego build for you, the Lego Simpsons House.
So this was one of two that we bought used. You can kind of click up here to go to our Quickie Mart video that we did before we did the house. We wanted to wait till we had all of the pieces for this one because like we said, we bought it used and it actually did come without some of the pieces. So we determined early on that if we were going to do this, we were also going to order all of the pieces that were missing. So
yeah, so with buying used Lego, it's definitely a different experience for us. Like Court was saying, the Lego Quickie Mart video is completely different. The set was perfect. It came fully assembled. It's missing no pieces at all. I went backwards with the manual, just disassembling it and reorganizing it into the original bag so that we could go through with the manual and build it.
it actually came with extra pieces.
Yeah, this one completely different. It came in like a giant Ziploc bag, all disassembled. So it took like close to 10 hours just sorting through pieces back into the original bags. I was aware that we were going to be missing a few small minor pieces. And to make up for that, the seller included like 8 or 9 extra minifigs. So there's like a couple of the other Simpsons characters. We've got like Willie the groundskeeper,
Snake. Oh no, we already had Snake.
yeah, Krusty the Crab,
Krusty the
Clown. Yeah, so
Itchy and Scratchy.
yeah, so going into it, I was aware that we were going to be missing a few pieces. It turned out that we were missing 145 pieces.
Quite significant.
Yeah, so I put in the order on Bricklink and waited patiently for that to come. We finally got them, started building it, and we found out that a few of the larger pieces were actually had been broken and glued back together, which is totally not okay.
Yeah, we even broke a few of them trying to put it together.
So that prompted us to make a second Bricklink order the correct pieces, and make sure that the set is in perfect condition. So,
and one interesting fact about that we learned as we ordered through Bricklinks, like most of the pieces are fairly common. And in this set, there are a few very unique pieces, one being Lisa's test, that this set is the only set that has this piece in it. So the difference between purchasing like one of these brown pieces and that was actually pretty interesting, and the little sausages on the grill.
yeah, so just as an example, like buying one of these brown pieces here, we're talking like a few cents. Lisa's test was $10 on its own just because it's an exclusive piece.
Yeah.
And there are a few other pieces inside the house that are exclusive pieces. Like Bart has a Radioactive Man comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this set came in at 2,523 pieces. And it's all there.
Yeah, it is. We know it's all there.
Yeah.
And something really cool and interesting about this one is it opens up wide like the Quickie Mart did, but also the whole roof comes off because it is a 2-story house. The roof comes off and you can see on the inside of it. And so upstairs you've got Bart's room here and Lisa's room here. There's actually a little bathroom, which was really cute to build. There's a sink and a shower and a toilet. And then you've got the big room here. And a couple things that we noticed was the house is pretty much designed how the show portrays it, but there are a few things like Maggie's crib is in their room, which we hummed and hawed about Maggie actually having her own room, but it's just a few things that like it's obviously condensed because it's a Lego build. So
yeah, and then same thing for the garage. The roof also comes off of there, and you can get kind of like a bird's eye view in there. There's like a little workstation. Another thing that's really cool about this set is a lot of like the tools and stuff in the workstation. Like for example, this sorry Marge, this wheelbarrow They all have property of Ned Flanders stickers on the back of them, which I think is quite funny.
Yeah, the barbecue has one, and one thing too that I'll actually maybe praise Lego for is that because we bought these sets used, all the stickers were on them, and most of the stickers on these sets were put on very poorly. But I was able to take, I'd say 98% of them
Hmm.
off and put them on the way that we wanted to with no damage to the stickers. So I would say that that's pretty good making and pretty good I don't know, forethought. I don't even know if they thought about it, but
Yeah.
they make it very easy to take them on and off, especially in a rebuy.
Yeah. So opening up the house, you just kind of pull the front of it. There's a little spot on the bottom that clicks together to keep it secure. But there it is. Opens up kind of like a large dollhouse.
Yeah, so you can see the downstairs, and one thing that obviously when it's closed together, the tiles are matching. So that's two sides of the kitchen. It's got the whole table and the drawers, and actually it was cute because they do have little accessories for the kitchen that you can put inside the drawer. So there's, oh goodness, there's a fork and a knife, and then there's a couple like, I don't know, they look like trays that you can put in the bottom of them there. So yeah, the piano was a cool thing to build. I'm trying to see in here. The TV as well was a neat build for the living room. And of course, the iconic couch that you can see in the back there was pretty neat to build. Being a huge fan of the show, building all these pieces together, we were like, oh, that's such and such. And oh, there's the TV. And oh, that's so cool. And his baseball hat. And it was just really, really cool. All the bright colors and all of the nostalgia of it was really, really neat.
Yeah. And just the way it like goes together and opens up, like
Yeah, it's a very unique build.
yeah, very similar to the Quickie Mart. I think we both agree those are probably like the funnest
Yeah.
builds and some that we're really proud to have on display, especially because they're like retired now. You can't get them
Yeah.
anymore. So
Yeah, and like yeah, it was neat because it's just like you're building a little bathroom and you're building little beds and seeing how things go together, you're like, "Oh, that's so cool." It's just like it's a really interesting and dynamic build,
mhm.
especially having the ceiling tiles come off. And one thing I mentioned throughout the whole build is actually, I guess two things. The book itself, the instructions have come a long way.
Mhm.
Back when this was built in 2014 or designed in 2014, they're clearer because some of the steps were like, wait a minute, it seems like it's jumping
Yeah.
a step or attaching two steps together. And the ceiling tiles being all very similar, they told you how to build them in all a different way,
Yeah.
which was kind of neat. So it wasn't a repetitive build. They were very good at designing it in a really cool way.
Yeah, that's another thing to point out. Like, this set was actually three books for the instruction manual versus like the Ghostbusters car, which is the same amount of pieces roughly,
Mhm.
and it's one larger
One
book.
larger
So
book, yeah.
yeah, definitely they've progressed the way that they put together their sets, and
But
I
still like so cool, like
yeah,
all the different like floor, like the bathroom floor is purple and the hallways and everything is green, and like I commented earlier, the tiles in the kitchen are all a different color. It was just a really fun build to build from the
mhm,
ground up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoy this video, and we're gonna put it together now for you.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe and follow for future content.
Thanks.
Thanks.
I have an announcement to make.
The Simpsons House was originally released on February 3rd, 2014, and retired November 2017. It was released officially to celebrate the 25th anniversary of The Simpsons. The exact address of the house is a bit of a mystery. In early seasons, it was seen as 1094, 1024, and 723 Evergreen Terrace. It has more consistently in recent seasons been seen as 742 Evergreen Terrace.
Simpsons House has appeared in every single episode of The Simpsons due to its inclusion in the opening sequence.
The actual real estate value of the Simpsons home would be approximately $450,000.
The Simpsons House first appeared in the 1987 short titled Good Night. In 1995, during the 138th episode of The Simpsons, Good Night was played in its entirety.
In episode 12, season 20, the Simpsons lose their house. Ned Flanders purchases it and offers to rent it to the Simpsons, making Ned Flanders their landlord. In Henderson, Nevada, there is an actual Simpsons House replica. It was part of a competition for Pepsi and Fox. The winner could take the house or $75,000. The winner took the money and a member of the building company bought the house.
In the season 4 flashback episode titled Lisa's First Word, Homer and Marge purchase the house with a down payment of $15,000.